Welcome to Seeking Beyond. I'm Tara Antonellis. I am a professional Hellenistic astrologer with a splash of modern. I'm certified in Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnosis. I'm a level 2 QHHT practitioner. I also do spirit release therapy in the background of soul centered healing. I'm a certified herbalist. I also read the tarot and I perform energetic healing such as Reiki. Thank you for tuning in. Here at Seeking Beyond, we talk about the paranormal, astrology, and metaphysical. Thank you for being here. Enjoy. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Seeking Beyond, where I'm going to be going over astrology for the week ahead of May 20th to May 25th of 2025. All right, so on the 20th, we have the sun entering Gemini. With that, welcome Gemini season. As the sun enters the house of the twins, it's also aspecting Saturn with a sextile. So the season of Gemini brings a theme of duality and adaptability and intellectual curiosity and an ability to connect with diverse people. And the sextile suggests that we enter this period of time with a harmonious connection with the planet of limitations and structure and boundaries. The energy of Gemini will penetrate into our conversations and our daily routine, and it'll have a positive flow with our work and how we perform and the boundaries that we face daily. We can utilize this season with letting our curiosity divulge and feeding that topic that we're focused on, in what ways we can adapt and find comfortability in things that are uncomfortable. So, with Saturn being involved here, there is something that is building towards our dynamic in our future and within ourselves, that structure within ourselves and our foundational physicality outwards as well. And on the 22nd, we have Venus trining Mars, which is going to be interesting in the sign of Aries. It always is whenever we have the masculine and feminine connect. It can go either two ways. And with it in a trine, it is in a harmonious aspect. So we're going to be seeing Venus, which is our love, our beauty, our values, our relationships, it's art. And Mars is drive and passion and assertiveness. It's our identity and our desire, but in a different way. It's more passionate desire, whereas Venus is desire with luxury, if that makes sense. Mars makes it more sexually desired, and Venus is more like, I want soft pillows. But we have that dynamic of yin and yang coming together. Venus adds charm and sociability and creativity, whereas Mars is bold, direct, and impulsive. And so this can create magnetic personas, and people may enter life this time that can ooze sexual charm, and there's a strong desire to pursue that or them. And yeah, so we think lusty and romantic, and creative drive, because Venus being our art form and how we create and express that joy within us. The Mars Venus collaboration here has energy into the artistic expression. So we can have a very hands-on approach with Aries being the maker, the doer with action and the creativity behind Venus. We can have a lot of energy and passion packed behind our um our joy and what we create and what we bring out to the surface. Also, charm with a backbone. So you could be cute, but you're not willing to tolerate BS, and you're passionate, but you're not respected or excited about it. So there can add fire and independence behind this. And so you're not going to stay where you're at. You're going to be elevated with this. So think high vibration, courageous love, or healthy sexual expression, self-assured and charming and passionate creativity. But do watch out for impulsivity, and especially in our relationships. Um, Whether you're meeting someone and you fall quickly or you leave quickly, any type of um, brash decision at this time might not be the best time to make the decision. So watch out for wanting excitement over stability, or being too forward or impatient. All right, next we have a few transits happening on Thursday, the 24th, and we will start with the Sun in Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius. So, with the trine, this can bring potential of really harmonious and positive outcomes. And we have the collective energy of our path and our energy in the present moment, aspecting with death, transformation, and rebirth. It's like a new direction is being formed, like a new timeline, a new chapter is being born from something that is being closed. And one door closes, another door opens. And it's radiating with the beams of the sun. So Pluto, the god of the underworld, rules darkness and mysticism and things that are elusive and hidden beneath the surface. So what's being brought forth right now is being undug and brought to the surface, and then the sun is illuminating what's been hidden. So think unconscious, subconscious, and ways of ourselves that may not be so easily to spot. And we can see this with how we speak to ourselves, our conversations with other people, and it can be more of that shadow side. With Gemini being the twins, this makes so much sense too, of that duality that's taking place. So, with it being honoring duality, there can be parts of ourselves that we are faced with and need to acknowledge and work on. This is a great time to reflect on how far you've come. What parts of your identity have been hidden underneath the surface and have lied dormant for so long that they're ready to be expressed? It's a harmonious but cathartic aspect that is deep and opportunistic, with physical reflections in the same theme, new adventures and connections and new chapters being opened because something was closed. A part of you is being renewed in a way that may not be hard to see, or it may be hard to see because Pluto being so elusive, it's parts of ourselves that we might not even notice. And so the same day we have Saturn entering Aries and Mercury is conjunct Uranus. We will now talk about Mercury and Taurus conjunct Uranus. This gives a little pizzazz to the forecast already. And Taurus, the bull, which is ruled by Venus, the lover, the goddess of values and desires. Having Uranus and Mercury conjunct here points to our love lives and our relationships, our finances, our values. So, what is important to us? What is having opportunities of unexpected communications or conversations or breakthroughs in how we communicate or what is being said in these conversations. Uranus brings a rebellious nature and radical energy to the table. So, sudden insights, our ideas for art, creative thoughts, or even a poetic nature is involved here. How we speak, and we can find ourselves grounded in our minds. Taurus is the bull. It has to do with earth, finances. So it's a very tangible energy, and it is known for being stuck in its ways and having tunnel vision and not being willing to see other people's perspectives. So if you notice that you're not even willing to consider other people's views, this can show up as a learning lesson for you. So layering the energy, we have Saturn entering the Ram, and it's going to be here until April 12th of 2028, but it's going to briefly retrograde and re-enter Pisces September 1st, 2025, and it'll be there until February 14th of 2026. Then it'll stay into Aries until April 12th of 2028. So for the majority of the next 3 years, Saturn is going to be in a sign where it is in its fall. Saturn is debilitated in Aries. This means Saturn, which is related to authority, wisdom gained through experiences, karma, justice, responsibility, and boundaries. It's going to maybe show up in ways that can be more challenging. Aries is the identity, the pioneer, the fiery energy that is energy itself. So we can see highlights of character development and developing courage and resilience through acts of learning. So, learning in a practical way and taking responsibility for oneself, and they're owning their power and their actions and directions that they've taken in life that has led them here. And it comes in a form of a journey. You can find challenges being faced with like self-doubt and setbacks of limitations that can be offering lessons of patience. It can be a frustrating time, and impulsive behavior versus structured, planned organization. It can be highlighting these topics. All right, and then May 25th, Mercury enters Gemini and will be in its domicile until it exits on August 11th. So Mercury is in one of its homes ruling um, both Virgo and Gemini. It will be operating from an advantage point here because of it being in its domicile. So how we speak and how we trade, it's the merchant god. So signing contracts, making deals, great time to do it. And thought processes. It's an air sign, and it is how we communicate. And we can take advantage of this right now, how we express ourselves. And it's front and center. So you might notice that you're feeling more social than normal. The way Mercury shows up can vary, but the cheeky messenger god, the trickster god, has the spotlight for the next month. But both Sun and Mercury parading through Gemini is going to add some more emphasis on it. You may find themes of connection on an intellectual level. So, emphasis on variety and consuming information. You might be really hungry to learn about things at this time and trying new things, discovering new ideas. There's a curiosity when we find ourselves intermingling with Gemini energy. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if at one point you're super deep into a debate. It's an exchange of information. So whether you are giving information to other people or receiving it, there is an exchange. And whether it's your peer or your foe, there there is an understanding that can be balanced in this space. You should see opportunities both to receive but give, and gregarious and inquisitive energy that's also very playful. So the trickster god, it's about amusement and how we enjoy ourselves in a mindful way. So being silly and letting your hair down, it's okay to just not act your age. Enjoy this time. It's going to be fun. And we're going to really be able to articulate and express ourselves very well at this time. So if you are someone who is a creative, now would be a perfect time to get your words on paper, to sing, any ways of vocal articulation, writing, traveling at this time as well. It's going to be a good time, and I hope everyone has a fantastic week. And with that being said, till next time. Thanks, guys.